Hello, everyone. Today I'm very delighted to be joined by Marc Bruner. He's the founder and CEO of Lost Soldier Oil and Gas out of Wyoming. Marc, thank you so much for your time. I want to start off by asking you to share the recently announced strategic relationship with Upland Resources listed in the London Stock Exchange and how that relationship you think will strengthen Lost Soldier's long-term growth and strategy.
Okay, well, thanks, Liz. It's good to see you again. What I might mention is that this relationship started approximately a year ago because Upland was interested in investing in Lost Soldier. And they actually came out a couple of months ago and spent a week in the field meeting all our personnel. And I think they came away very, very impressed with our operational ability to be able to drill and complete wells. And one thing led to another. I actually met them in Munich and spent a day in Munich and talking to them. And they were interested in not only investing in Lost Soldier, but seeing if there's some sort of relationship that we could have that would support their efforts in Indonesia and Malaysia and Brunei, okay, where they are a long way forward on getting several concessions that were very impressive to me when I saw them, and Steve Richards, my president, was able to examine them. So one thing led to another, and we decided to develop a strategic relationship where they invested in our company, Lost Soldier, and we actually invested in their company. And right now we're a very large shareholder in their company. And the interesting thing is, from the standpoint of being listed, they have a full London listing on the London Stock Exchange, which is very, very impressive. So part of our transaction is that not only would we provide services that for both drilling services and completion services and engineering services and whatever else as operator that would be required, we have become an investor on a ground floor basis, Lost Soldier, into 20% on a ground floor basis in anything they find. And some of the things that we looked at are very impressive. Some of these projects look like they're potential 100 million to several billion barrel fields in terms of possibility. So we're very excited about that relationship. And also the idea that we would have another cash flow stream off of drilling and completion services and whatever else is required to operate in these countries internationally. And we really believe that these are three countries that are the stable countries in the Middle East that have the most upside of any of the countries in the Far East. So we think that they are exactly in the right place. So we're very excited about this relationship with Upland. So go ahead.
Yes, no, and thank you so much, Marc, for sharing that. Talking about drilling services, it brings me to my next question. How does the Lost Soldier Drilling Company, a dedicated subsidiary with its own rigs, its own service capabilities, how does it fit into the overall Lost Soldier strategy? And what advantages do you see it creating for the company?
Well, that's a great question. I think our overall strategy is that we want to become an integrated company, not just an exploration and production company, but we want to have our own pipelines and our own distribution to be able to sell our products. Okay, so that's very important. Now, in terms of drilling rigs, this is a deep overpressured gas play that we have. You have to have special equipment at minimum of 1 million pound hook load rigs to be able to develop and drill deep horizontal wells in this basin that we have found, this deep gas basin. But at the same time, we can only drill certain times of the year. During what we call winter stip months that start in December, we will be drilling in other areas in the Rocky Mountains that don't have these winter stips, and we can be doing that whenever we're not drilling our own wells. So this provides an additional cash flow stream that the company has, and it keeps our hands busy. And so, we're very excited, and we've got a great relationship with Enbridge. And we're very happy that they've talked to us and they're happy with us in terms of drilling a lot of wells, whenever we're not drilling for ourselves. So, we think that that is a really great situation for our drilling company.
So it's going to be a very, very busy season and year ahead for Lost Soldier. As you look ahead into 2026, can you share any milestones that investors should be looking out for the company?
Well, I think the first thing is we'll have cash flow this year. We have all the permits for the pipeline, and we expect the pipeline to be in by the end of June, and we'll be into production then with our two wells that we've got so far. And we're also excited that we're going to be drilling at least this deep well to be able to look at some of the deeper horizons that we are very confident are going to be just like the zones, the 5 zones we found so far. These zones we think are even thicker and more prospective. And we're very optimistic that they're going to have a lot of overpressure gas for us to be able to select the best places to drill our horizontal wells. So, and we hope to be able to drill some of the horizontal wells this year after we make the proper selection process to where we get the biggest bang for the buck in terms of the best zones that we drill the horizontal wells in.
It's going to be a very, very exciting year, 2026 for Lost Soldier. We're very much looking forward to seeing the team. And I know that there's going to be a lot more webinars coming up. So we'll leave a link below for anybody that wants to learn more about the company, that wants to connect with the management team and learn about the investment opportunity. Thank you so much, Marc, for your time and everyone for watching.
It's always a pleasure, Liz. Thank you so much.